My name is Xina. My name is Xina Allen indeed, and what a joy. Well, there is a little bit of everything. Not all the beings that are experiencing a lot of hardship are beings that have ascended or that have higher consciousness, and therefore they are here completely enlightened and in seeming to be having all these difficulties. Not all of them. Some of them are. Some of them really, really disguise themselves, let's call it that, as someone that is very troubled in an incarnation to give others the opportunity to respond in different ways. Not the majority, though. A lot of the beings that are having difficulties are beings that have been, let's say, trapped in a lower frequency, let's say, cycle. And that has been more and more difficult for them to get out of that cycle. A lot of them are balancing karma that was very, very heavy, very heavy. So, in a certain way, it is a good thing. This is why it is so, let's say, inappropriate for beings to judge their situation as a bad thing because they need it. They have done things in other incarnations or in other situations that were very heavy. And by balancing that karma, they are lightening up the load. So it's actually a good thing for them. In understanding that this is a game, that this is an illusion, then you say, oh, okay, well, then this is like playing a video game, and this one is advancing in the different worlds by balancing their karma. So that happens the majority of the time. A lot of these beings have exited their past incarnation at a very low frequency, sometimes even by suicide. Again, not good, not bad, just what is. So it is important when you are looking at the world to look at the world from a more neutral standpoint, resisting the default that you humans have of judging the situation. Well, that is really bad. It's very, very treacherous what this one is going through, and it shouldn't be that way. That is the government's fault, and then you go through that negative cycle that we speak of. So when you see situations like this, the most important thing after trying to become neutral is to feel compassion and resist the urge to go down in frequency again, and contemplate, why is this coming into my lane? What is my role here? How can I be of assistance? That is the most beneficial use of the experience, is going within, because you must understand that the world that you see out there is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of your thoughts. It's a reflection of your beliefs. So if what you are seeing is homelessness and sickness, there must be a role for you there. And it is not always necessarily that it is a bad thing. Sometimes you are put in that way because you are the angel. You are the angel of mercy. You are the one that will bring light to this human being. Sometimes it is because you need to see an unloving part of your mind and you need to address it. The one part of your mind that, say, for example, might say, well, this one probably contributed to his situation. Wonder what he did. I wonder what the government is doing to this one, whatever the case may be. And we're not saying that that's what you thought. We are giving examples of what prejudices humans have, what preconceived notions they have that affect the way that they see the world and affect the way that they interact with their creations. So the important thing when you see humans that have been suffering a lot is not to go down in suffering, but to go to neutrality, then compassion, Because again, the default is to go down. It doesn't feel good to see a person suffering. So you bring yourself up to neutrality, and then rather than getting off center, you stay in center and you say, what is it about me that needs to be understood here? What is this bringing up in me? And then once you have sorted yourself out, you say, what is this situation now asking of me? The answer may be just the self inquiry process that you just went through. And all of this can be done in meditation. All of this can be done when you're walking around in Amsterdam, or when you're walking in the park, or when you're swimming in your pool, or when you are meditating. Ask, what is this asking of me? You will be shown. Ask. Maybe it was just a self inquiry. And we don't say just to minimize it, because self inquiry is so important. But maybe, perhaps, that would be it, going back in. Maybe it is asking of you that once you went in, you connected with more and say, oh, well, maybe I am being guided to help the homeless. Maybe I am being guided to X, Y, or Z. And why not entertain it? It is asking of presence of you. So be present. Be present with yourself, with what is coming up, dear love, in how you are to interact with these co-creations to be part of the solution. We love you.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Xina Allen Answers. For information about the Spirit-led community, click on the link to our website below. To help us grow our audience, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and click on the bell below to be notified when we add new videos.